Hey folks, here's another unprofessional video of me with nothing decent in the background and shitty lighting. Anyway, I don't care about that. I just want to ask you something. Um, so, like a year ago, I bought some domain names. Specifically, I bought uh, the hell did I buy? I don't even remember. The American Victory Project. Everything to do with the American Victory Project. And the idea for the American Victory Project was to try to get people to actually like America again. The overwhelming negativity it's fake. It's not real. We live in the wealthiest country in the history of Earth. You can get anything you want to eat. You can go anywhere. You can start any kind of fucking business you want to start. There's not any country or people on Earth that would not trade places with us right now. Not the Chinese, not the Norwegians with their wonderful happiness. The Chinese would take all that wealth and use it to, further the utopian goals of the Communist Party. The Norwegians would take all that wealth and very rapidly start taxing billionaires, and they'd have the whole thing straightened out in no time. We have trouble doing that because our political system, specifically because the Republican Party has a stranglehold on a lot of people's minds. They make it so that people are not able to think correctly. They frighten them with brown people and freak them out with trans people and, do all this other shit that, and then in order to make them vote Republican so that they can screw them to the wall with crappy trickle-down economic policies. Okay, so, but that's, a relatively minor compared to the vast. Listen, nobody's ever been safer. Very few people have ever been freer. We've had more opportunity than anybody else anywhere. It's nuts that we're going to let this golden goose fry because, Joe Biden is boring. I know Joe Biden is boring. Joe Biden is not doing enough for the people in Gaza. Look, I've cried for the people in Gaza. That whole thing sucks. It sucks that Hamas did this stupid shit to begin with. Yes, it sucks that Israel did the thing in 1948. All of that sucks. That's no reason to blow our own fucking brains out, Here's good news, and I want to impart this to people too. I think we're this close from winning. If we can keep it together until 2028, that demographic flip is going to happen. And that's why all of the attacks and attacks and attacks of the Republicans, why they're so hysterical, because white nationalism is on its way out as a dominant demographic group. Besides that, you have a lot of people that were inspired by Bernie Sanders and his run for office, who learned a lot, are continuing to learn a lot about progressive policies and how we make things better. Those people are getting older, and they're getting to the point where they're going to start, get their head out of their ass and start voting, and they're voting in bigger numbers as we go forward. So if we can survive the next 4 years, if we can keep an outright fascist, and let's be real serious about the situation. Okay, Donald Trump has, before he came in, there was maybe 3 million, 5 million people in America who were completely divorced from reality. They've been listening to Rush Limbaugh. There were millions more that were watching Fox News, but they weren't so terribly gone. Okay, he has taken roughly 80 million people and completely divorce them from reality. They are not here anymore, okay? And if we look at the vote totals, we're looking at, thin margins. We're right up against a place right now where if it goes any farther, we're going to be over 50% of the population that's going to be divorced from reality, and they are going to be at the beck and call of the Republican Party and the billionaires that program that group that follow the Republican Party. So, if Donald Trump ends up back in office again for 4 years, I really, really think we're toast. We're not going to make it out of that, because in the short time that he was in office, we went from, a few million people, maybe 10 million people being divorced from reality, to 80 million people being completely gone. I mean, I don't need to tell you the statistics. I hope, those people believe in QAnon, and, half of them think that Jesus is, whatever, all of the crazy shit. So, giving him the bully pulpit again for 4 years is not going to make anything better. It's not going to help the Palestinians, not going to help us, not even going to help the Republicans. It's going to help no one. So rather than destroying the country, which is a terrible idea, by allowing him back into office, maybe we ought to recognize the blessings that we have, okay? So the American Victory Project was an idea I came up with. I don't know what it is. Is it a speaking tour? Do I make YouTube videos and let people make their own videos about what they actually like about this country? This country does not suck. Every post is just, everything sucks, and everything sucks. Where that came from was Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh and on to Fox News and the Republican Party, just everything sucks, it sucks, everything sucks. They want everybody to think everything sucks so that they give up. There's nothing worth fighting for. It's all horrible. Let's all just shoot each other. It's idiocy. So how do we get people to think, hey, we got great restaurants and we can go out of the country and, vacation. And, gosh, there's, free, there's housing everywhere, it may not be free housing, but there's housing everywhere. And, amusement parks and great town squares. And rather than just killing the shit out of this golden goose. Anyway, I guess I've got my point across. What can I do with that? What can I do with that project? The American Victory Project, because this is the last shot in my mind in the manner of democracy, us talking to each other and having conversations and persuading each other to do better things. This is our last shot, because after this, whatever we say, if he takes over and completely controls the media and suppresses regular media, and we continue down that path, then anything you say is going to be irrelevant. Anything anybody with any intelligence says is going to be irrelevant. We're going to be suppressed. All we're going to hear is autocracy from the top, and that's going to be it. So let's not do that. Help. What should we do? What should I do with that particular idea? Thank you so much. Love you. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.